Hello everybody, welcome on in. I'm Orion. We're back with some more Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. Today we're going to run the Weapon Specialist and we're going to do a two-weapon combo. We're going to do a plasma shotgun build. So we're going to run the plasma carbine and we're going to run the Warthog. Those are going to be the only two weapons that I'm really going to level up. The other two weapons that we get with this character, we're not going to really care about. I'm mainly building for things like damage with this build, damage, reload, fire rate, all those kinds of things. So that's what we're going to be running here. I would like to be able to do this game with the, what do you call it? The Tinkerer, but it's a little harder because that class, I don't have an item yet that gives me anything to just equip plasma. So we have to come run the weapon specialist and then we're going to get access to projectile weapons. And so both of those, the plasma carbine and the Warthog are going to fit into that. So there are going to be a lot of weapons available to us, which is going to be a little bit hard. We might have to do quite a bit of rerolls here, but hopefully we get lucky and we can get our weapons without having to spend too much. But that's it. Other than that, we're gonna really just do our normal stuff we do with most runs. You know, we'll try to get some damage items. We'll try to get some scanners. I'm gonna try not to level up the other stuff. We'll kind of try to keep this like a clean two-weapon run, but whatever happens. If we have to level something up, it's fine. So one of the issues that I do have with this game kind of currently, and I know I get comments on it from time to time about kind of how we always do like scanners. And I mean, I get it, but you also like, there's also, we're getting 10 items here, right? You know, if we're doing a 10 stage dive, there's 10 items. There's a lot of room for different artifacts here. And the reality is half of them are probably not worth getting. And then the other quarter are like very situational. And then that pretty much leaves either damage items or scanners. So like, I get it. I get that like, kind of the artifacts feel the same sometimes, but to be fair, that's like really, it's not like there's really much more in terms of options sometimes. Like for this build, I mean, I'm not going to take like the tripod. I'm not going to take the plus health. I might take some of the XP items, but the reality is it's like the scanners are just the best items in the game right now, especially for 10 stage dives. You get by far the most bang for your buck when you pick those. And then yeah, like the damage items, it's just, and then there's other artifacts in this game which just literally have no use to me. Like these two, like I don't need these. I don't need these. I don't need HP and I don't need armor, so these are wasted picks for me. So of course we're gonna go with the scanner here. But yeah, it's just I don't know. Like I don't know what they could do to sort of fix it. They either need to add more artifacts or they need to sort of buff some of the other ones that they have. You know, like the +5 movement speed, that one's not really that good. The +5 armor one's not really that good. The 5% HP really isn't that good. They're just not. And especially now that we can have gear in this game, it makes them even more useless. Because now we can get plenty of HP just from 1 or 2 pieces of gear. Like I have a piece of gear right now that gives me over 100 HP. And I'm pretty much set now. Most of these runs, I usually try to get to like 400 HP. 400 HP is usually where I'm like, okay, 400 HP safe. I can take a couple hits. I can take an exploder hit. I can take a boss hit and I'll be able to survive. So that's usually where I try to end up with most of these builds. So right off the get, I can pretty much get there without really needing to take too many level ups. So yeah, it's just, I don't know, like they need to, I think they're gonna need to rework their artifact system a tiny bit here, just to make some of the other ones a little bit more useful. I don't want them to nerf the scanners because one, and another thing too, like this is a mining game. You're playing miners, you know. You're playing dwarves who mine minerals and things like that. So scanners are very fitting for this game. But there's just like the reality is there's just not a lot of other options. I mean that's like really it. Okay, we're gonna be looking for the Warthog now. Hopefully we can get this without wasting all my gold. There it is. I wasted a lot of gold there, but whatever. As long as I get it, that's all I ultimately care about. Oh, I need to do... Okay, I do need to pay attention to this because I do need to make sure I'm mining the meta resource. Because I do have an item... This one right here, 1% damage for every meta resource mined. So I want to make sure we're doing that, so... Okay, so now I have my two weapons, Warthog and the Carbine. And what we're gonna do for these, I'm probably not gonna do any status effect. Let's stick to kind of just pure damage. What we're gonna do with this is the Warthog is obviously already a shotgun, but we can turn the Plasma Carbine into a shotgun with its level 18 overclock, where we turn it into a sawn-off, and it's just gonna blast enemies. So that's gonna be what we're gonna go for. It should be a relatively strong build. The only thing I think we'll lack is kind of like the piercing aspect, because since these weapons are gonna be plasma, they're just gonna kind of bounce off the enemies. They're not gonna really be able to like penetrate and get in there like really deep. We're gonna be a surface level attack build, but we're just gonna have to rely on our burst damage and our blasting power to sort of make up for all that. But we do need to get plasma on the Warthog, so we will need to see that. Yeah, I hope, going back to the artifact stuff, I hope that they can do something about that to make things a little bit more exciting. I feel like there's too many that are too situational, and then there's too many that are just not good. That's kind of where we're at with this. And then with the way they did the gear, that kind of makes that makes like maybe a third, like I would say about a third of the artifacts almost irrelevant now that there's gear that can buff up your stats a lot more too. All right, we're not going to do any paint jobs because we are going to only be running two weapons here, so I don't really think we need to like power through anything here. For the last weapon, if the boomstick shows up, I will take it, but I'm gonna literally just take whatever's in the first pick. I'm not gonna re-roll for anything. If boomstick shows up though, I'll take it. Cool, there it is. Because I mean that does fit the build, like it is a shotgun build. But I'm still not gonna level up the boomstick because the idea here is that we're doing a plasma shotgun build. And the boomstick sadly can't become the boomstick can't get plasma. See, so here's where I'm saying like where our weakness is gonna be. We're not gonna be able to, until I get like these guys leveled up to 18, I think we're gonna have a hard time sort of like killing through these large masses of enemies. That's where the whole penetration's gonna come in, and the piercing, like we're not gonna have any piercing. Piercing for this weapon basically just does like extra bounces. We can't shoot through enemies. Okay, but that was a good start. We did spend like a decent amount of gold, but I'm gonna kind of run this Warthog because I want to make sure we get plasma. I'm not sure if it's a guarantee we get it or not, man. And we did spend a lot of gold. Okay, fire rate. All right, we're gonna do fire rate reload. And then let's do damage. We'll do reload. I am gonna do the paint job here because I want to get it. I'm gonna try to get this to plasma. And then let's mark that and that. Then I kind of want to mark that one too, projectile damage. I'm not sure how many upgrades there are for this Warthog. I guess there's a chance we might not see plasma. Oh, and I've also, if you haven't noticed, I've been making an effort to play other maps too. I know I kind of got stuck on the first map a little bit too much. Mainly because sometimes when we do builds, I know they're not necessarily going to be the strongest. And the first map is the easiest, so I don't have to like re-roll any time. You know, I don't have to fail and then try again. But the game has also become a lot easier now. So I feel like I've had no issues running the harder maps, even with kind of mediocre builds now. Because a lot of the times for these harder maps, it felt like you had to run really strong builds or you weren't going to do them. So, like the other day, I did my favorite build where I literally picked the favorite upgrade for every weapon, and that's not like that's not a powerful build. I wouldn't really recommend anybody doing that unless you're doing it just for funsies like we were. But yeah, I was like, I don't know if I could do that on the stronger maps. Because it's not a very powerful build. And I kind of feel that sometimes when we do builds, but the game is relatively easier now, so I've been fine. Like, all right, we can just do like the harder maps now more often. All right, let's do fire rate, and there it is, plasma. Thank you. Thank you. I guess there is a chance we could have not got it because there's the electric upgrade too, so we could have saw electric. But we got it, so we're good. We have our 2 plasma shotguns. And then again, we're just gonna level up these 2. I'm not gonna level up anything else. All right, let's go get our supply drop. Okay, we're fine with nitra. This build is going to be a good build, but I also don't think it's going to be like a great build until we get to level 18 for at least one of these weapons. Once we can get these into mini pellets and the sawn off, that's when we'll start to see like these weapons' true potential, you know. Okay, we could go nitra powder. All right, let's go reload for everything. We'll go mining speed. Okay, I feel like there's got to be some nitra down here, I think. No, not down here. I know we're definitely... Here we go. I was about to say, I know we're missing some nitra. That's not as much as I was hoping for, though. Oh, another legendary gear. This game must have heard me complaining because all of a sudden the legendaries they've been coming in. This is like the third, maybe my third video in a row where we got a legendary now. All right, we can do fire rate. I should probably not do so many global upgrades though, so I can make sure to get these guys to 18 as soon as we can. Yeah, okay, we could try to kill the bosses now. At least maybe, let's see if we can get like the purple chest. We should be able to. Because as long as we can focus our fire on these guys, we'll be fine. Oh, these were bad picks. Oh, critical chance isn't bad. All right, let's do the reload. Ooh, this is a tough one. Let's go with the damage. Okay, we'll go damage. All right, we'll definitely do the projectile damage. Okay, so we're gonna get 2 right here. We could do the clip size reload, and then we'll do this, and then we're gonna do mini pellets. So shotguns contain twice as many pellets, but they do a little less damage. And then we can buy the critical damage. We'll mark the damage there. I'm gonna mark projectile there, and I'll buy the move speed. Let's mark the luck too. Okay, well, we already got 1 to 18, which is nice. So I definitely prefer, you know, the damage upgrades over this one. Not necessarily too interested in the fire rate one. I don't really know, you know, because we only have so many bullets. Like, I don't think we'll go for the ammo rig. I think it's mainly just going to be, let's try to get damage. Oh, we already got this. I guess we could get this. We get like a little bit of XP from these, but... But yeah, if we can get like the dream team of... If we can get the dream team of damage items, that would be great. Pickled Nitra, pay to win, a gold tip bullets. Depending if we get scanners, maybe the other items that give us damage and reload. I'm not 100% against the ammo rig, but I don't really think we'll look for it. Oh, I have to mine these, dang it. These shouldn't count, that's a bummer. Alright, see, so again, this is what we're talking about. Like, I don't need HP anymore, so red sugar is useless. I'm obviously not doing cold, useless. Clipboard, maybe, but... Because I do have an XP scanner, but that's a pass. HP, useless. The jet boots, useless. So let's go diver's manual. That's why we end up with some of the same artifact stuff over and over. So look, that's just how the game is right now. I'm not gonna take like the red sugar item when I really don't need it. Unless we're doing like an HP build. You know, they could add artifacts in this game to help that out, where for every 100 HP you have, you get 5% extra damage. You know, that stuff like that would really help. That would help HP builds. You know, the more HP you have, the more damage you get. Stuff like that. Give us an artifact like that. That way, all of a sudden now the red sugar artifact is a good pickup. And if you can combine it with that one, the one that's going to give you damage per HP, your money. It's a great combo. But they don't have anything like that in the game yet, so... Ooh, another piece of gear. You know, let's go with the luck there. Okay, let's see if we can find some more meta resource stuff. I've been kind of half paying attention to that. Oh, wait. No, okay. Let's just kill these guys. Let's get our purple. Okay, I'll take the Nitra. Alright, I guess we're doing the mining speed there. You can see how much damage we're doing already. This is what I was talking about, where we're just kind of gonna have to blast them in the face and just kill them like that with all the damage that we're gonna have, and just firing all these bullets like directly in front of us. And then once we get a level 18 carbine, we're gonna be even better, because that's gonna get the sawn off, and it's gonna kind of do something pretty similar to what the mini pellets does. You know, it's just gonna shoot out more bullets. And I think it gives us less range and maybe less damage. We'll buy the reload. We'll buy all these. What else? We'll buy the piercing. And then we can buy... We'll do a reroll. Okay, I'm going to mark the critical. Oh, come on. I'm going to mark the critical again. Okay, so we'll have 2 critical chances for next round. But we're stuck with a little bit of nitra. But that's actually not too bad, because we do have nitra powder. I guess we only need 1 more level, because I was hoping that we would get there. We actually, man, we haven't seen a lot of plasma damage upgrades. I was hoping that we'd get both these weapons to 18 by the time we saw the boss, because I want to just be able to stand in front of the boss and just try to hit him as much as we can with these weapons and melt them down relatively quick. Now, does this count? So damage 192. 193. So is that only giving me 1 damage per thing? Okay, so again, the item we have is 1 damage for every meta resource mined. So I think we do have to mine the whole thing. So we're at 193. And so I don't think this is giving me... I think it's only going to give me up to 194, huh? I don't think it's going to give me 1 for each thing we gained. Oh, that got me to 195. We were at 193, right? Or did I just totally say the numbers wrong? But I mined like 4 things there. All right, let's just do this. Okay, then we're gonna do the sawn off. So, so just less range and accuracy, not less damage. More bullets, less range. So in a way, it's pretty similar to the mini pellets, but it just loses its accuracy. So now we're gonna, now we're just gonna like light things up in front of us. This is exactly. Oh man, this is exactly what I want to hear. Okay, let's go damage. Oh, there's a meta resource. Okay, let's try that again. 195. $197. Why is it giving me 2? I don't have multiple items, do I? So 1 damage for every meta resource mined. I'm so confused why it's giving me 2%. Because we're picking up like 4 or 5 meta resources. but I'm only mining one node, but it's giving me like 2% almost every time. What's nice about the plasma stuff too is while we're mining like this, we can still shoot off the walls. All right, see, so again, let's talk about the artifacts here. These two right here, absolute garbage. Increases your dodge chance when you take damage. Like, I don't need the extra dodge and I don't need the armor. Move speed's okay, but I don't need that either. I don't need dodge. I don't need move speed. The 3 levels, maybe that's okay, but you know, probably more of a late game item when XP is more valuable. So that's a reroll. This item right here is totally useless for this build. We have no need for potency or status effect. Piercing, I wouldn't really call super desirable. The 5-leaf clover is good though, so we will take that. So once again, like 5 out of the 6 items we saw, just not good. Okay, so here I guess we're taking the HP again, because we're not going to do this weapon and we're not doing kinetic. So we'll go with that. Okay, so let's see again. 197. See, so this is dropping like 5 pieces for us. And then that gave me 198. So that time it only gave me 1%. Oh, I'm so confused. I'm just gonna not even look anymore. Oh, let's see if let's go for the legendary. Oh my gosh, we're melting these guys right now. My goodness. All right, yes, I'm gonna take that. The XP gain is very desirable, but I'm just gonna go straight with that damage. All right, let's go reload. Man, we are doing some crazy damage right now. Let's go with fire rate. These are 2 of my S tier weapons too, so this is no shock that it's doing this good. And I'll be honest, I'm actually not entirely sure if I've done a dual plasma shotgun build before. I know I've done like triple shotgun builds. That's kind of one of my go-to builds a lot, is you do the M1000, and then you do the plasma carbine, and then you do the boomstick. Okay, I'm gonna mark the critical. Then we have reroll. Let's buy the fire rate. And then we have one more reroll. We'll buy damage. I'm gonna mark this damage. And I'm gonna mark this critical too. What do we, I know we had, hold on, let's go. I want to look at some of this gear again. I know we had something. Okay, so reload and fire rate whenever we do critical chance and critical damage. Okay, good, because we've been doing that quite a bit, especially the critical chance. See how the plasma just kind of bounces off of the walls and can still hit enemies? Look at this. This is so... Oh my goodness. I love this. This is why I love the Warthog. And then pairing it with the plasma carbine is just even better. Let's do the pickup radius. Because I'm not... The piercing's fine, but I'm not super concerned about that. My biggest goal here is to do as much burst damage to the enemies in front of me as I can. I'm not, the bouncing and stuff is just gonna be, it's the bouncing damage is almost like a bonus to me, you know, like it's gonna go hit another enemy. I just want to kill the enemies in front of me. That's my main concern. Okay, I need to get a little bit more nitro before we head over there. not have enough nitro right now. Okay, here we go. We'll get this nitro and then we'll head over. Oh, more nitro down here. Okay, let's get that too then. A gold scanner, we'll take a gold scanner. My mining speed's not the best at the moment, but I think for this run, unless we get some better mining stuff, I think we probably stop with the scanner. I mean, I think maybe we give it one more floor for scanners. And then we'll start re-rolling stuff. Because if I can't build up my mining speed, I'm not going to really get too many more scanners here. We'll just roll with our XP one. Or if I get like the pickaxe or something. Yeah, I need to get out of here because this boss is going to come jump at me pretty soon. I don't know where he's at. There he is. Yeah, look how much damage we're doing already to him. And I mean, this isn't even, you know, like, this isn't even the final form of this build. We don't really have any good damage items yet. But when I turn around and face him, you know, he's dead now. He killed himself by setting up that trap. Is that our first magnet of the run? This is such a powerful build.
Gotta move on, miner. The drop pod will head out momentarily. Come and get me, you big fucking. Stage 6 is next. Keep it together.
Okay, so we'll buy both the criticals. Buy the damage, reload. Projectile damage. Alright, we'll buy the fire rate and the damage. Then let's buy more critical, and I'll mark the critical damage.
You have your objectives. Get it done, miner.
So yeah, I think we'll give this our last floor to get a scanner. So if a scanner shows up, we take it. And then after that, we kind of call it a day. Unless for whatever reason we get a pickaxe, then maybe we extend it one more floor. Because I do want to make sure that we're re-rolling for like damage items here.
Well done. You got them all. The swarm is heading your way. Load up.
And again, not like we really need the damage though. Our damage is super impressive right now already. Do that critical damage. So critical stuff where we can build up that damage a little bit higher. I am gonna need more nitro though for this drop. Okay, let's go find one more nitro node. I can't do this too long. Okay, I have to, I'm gonna come get this. I really can't. We're clearing through this level so fast now. I don't really have a lot of time to. So hopefully we're just gonna have to hope we get something good. There it is. Okay, the pickaxe. Okay. I'm sure everybody's so happy to see the pickaxe. It's like, oh boy, now he's gonna get more scanners, and that's what I'm gonna do. So like I said, we'll extend this like one more floor. All right, let's do the critical damage. Let's do plasma damage. Okay, I don't want to kill these guys now. I know there's more nitrous somewhere around this map, and I want to try to get it before we leave. But I also want to try to get the legendary. Ah, screw it. Okay, let's see if we can get the legendary. Come on, get it. No, that was the purple. Damn it. All right, we'll do projectile damage, and then I saw stuff over here. Oh, it's gold. We're not going to have a lot of nitro this floor. Up here is like our last hope. Oh, there it is. No. God, that one had me nervous. That one had me nervous. Oh man. All right, let's take the luck. Critical. More critical. We're getting a lot of critical chance. We'll buy that movement speed now. Then we'll buy the damage. Let's mark the critical damage there. And then move on. Okay, so we'll give ourselves one more floor for a chance at a scanner, and then that's it. Now that I have the pickaxe. Oh yeah, man, I totally forgot. Okay. Because I haven't had time to look at it because, you know, I work all day. They put out a patch for this the other day. I'm gonna have to look at that, and they buffed a lot of stuff. We're gonna have to revisit some of these. I'm gonna have to revisit some of these. We'll have to do a run where I pick a few of these weapons that got buffs and see if we can see a difference. I totally forgot about that. For whatever reason, it just hit me right now that, like, oh man, I forgot they put out a patch. But yeah, I haven't had time to really look at it. I'll check it out though, and I'll try to get something out the next day, you know, tomorrow. Oh man, this has got me nervous. We've had issues with crashes in the past. That has me nervous. Okay, we're gonna do the damage here. That puts us up to 330. So we did pass up a scanner there. Let's go damage. Like, look at this. Look at this. Just melting everything. All right, let's do... Oh, all right, I'm just going to take that damage. All right, let's get our legendary. Ooh, legendary plasma damage. Love it. I'm going to do the crit. Okay, so we have 2 damage items now, which is nice.
Gotta move on, miner.
I guess technically 3, huh? We do have this one, we have this one, and then we got Golt's bullet now. Although the Nitra scanner would have been nice with the crit powder. Well, the gold tip bullets, though, is good with a gold scanner, so I guess it goes both ways. Let's buy both of these.
More options.
Buy the reload, fire rate, reload, crit.
Nothing for me here. Let's try again.
Probably don't really buy too much of the piercing again, for the reasons I kind of stated already. Not gonna do... I don't think we'll do the luck.
Your mission is clear. Get to it.
Okay, so yeah, now we're at a point, no more scanners. I'll bust out all my rerolls that I need to try to get, you know, a pay to win, a incombobulator, energy bars. We could do the energy bars because I do have a decent amount of HP, and at this point I do feel pretty confident. This is probably a good level to do energy bars too, because this level doesn't have the big exploders, and that's usually my biggest fear in these types of games when I have too low of HP is the giant exploders, because if you get stuck in a bad situation, those guys are gonna melt you. We don't really have to worry about that in this level, and these little exploders aren't really much of a problem with us with our plasma weapons right now, so not really. There's really not a lot of threats here for us. Yeah, a lot of crit stuff. I definitely wouldn't mind more crit damage. At this point though, I don't know if it's worth it to get the crit, that other crit item though. The goggles. I usually only like to take that if we're severely lacking crit stuff, but this build we're not.
Get the landing zone clear. Big swarm detected. Lock 'em and get ready. What's on it? Think you can kill me? Supply box again. Oh yeah. Now we're talking.
Ooh, okay. We should be able to get these guys pretty quick. Okay, we got 2. Let's do the 3 levels. Mining speed, fire rate, damage. Oh, we got 3 of them. Okay, okay, let's do the gold scanner there, because we do have the gold tip bullets. Let's do the nitra, and then I'm pretty sure the last one went over this way somewhere. There you are. Just melted these guys. Okay, and then we'll do the XP gain. Ooh, yes, legendary plasma damage. Oh, and we still got the legendary drop here. Oh, this is not the best one though. Let's go with that pickup radius. That was kind of a bummer for legendaries. Okay, let's just come over here and do our mining. That was a good timing for like a gold, like kind of like a free gold scanner.
Gotta move on, miner. The drop pod will head out momentarily. Good work, miner. Now to stage 9.
All right, let's do you.
Next.
Damage, reload.
Hell yes, let's shake it up.
Buy that damage. We'll buy the reload.
Yeah, now we're
Oh, we still have another floor. For some reason, I thought this was the last one. Okay, I'll mark the critical damage. And we'll mark projectile, and then let's do one more reroll.
try again.
And I guess that's it. Oh, we could do one more
Let me
reroll.
try again.
That was useless. Okay, we'll mark that one.
Fight for your life. A big swarm is approaching.
Just absolutely murder everything in front of us. I think the Hui bait is definitely one of the most fun items in the game, though. It's so fun, like, spawning 4 of them and then having to chase after them, and it's definitely one of the better items in the game, too. I wish they kind of had more stuff like that. You know, okay, here's another idea. How about this? Whenever you get an artifact, and it gives you a random stat every 5 levels. Something like that. Something that is a little bit more randomized. You know, every 5 levels you get, like at 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, you know, you get 5% fire rate, or it would probably be less than that, but like 2% damage, 1% fire rate, 3% status effect damage. Like, you don't know what you're gonna get. It's kind of a surprise every time. Okay, so this is where we could do the... Oh no, we're definitely not going to do this one. Okay, we're not doing this one. We only have 6 tags. That is not good enough. That's a 5% reload. Oh, pay to win at 30 stacks. Okay. So we are playing... We have both... We do have both pay to win now, and we have pay to win and gold tip bullets now. But since I'm not in the game of holding my gold, we're just gonna benefit from the gold tip bullets when we play the, you know, as I'm mining through everything and gathering up gold for the game. But that's gonna give us that, yeah. Between these two, that's gonna give us a large stack of damage. That's gonna be huge. Okay, I want to come down towards this magnet before. Let's do the critical damage, because that gives us a little bit of everything again. Alright, let's do... Oh, this is a tough one. Now do I go with gold or nitra? I mean, both are super... Let's go with the gold. The gold might be a little bit more beneficial now, because that will give me rerolls. And then I can use whatever at the shop.
Gather up your beard and get onto that drop pod. It's about to leave. That elite never stood a chance. I will see to it there is a beer on the house when you make it back. If you make it back.
Okay, let's buy that damage. Wow, that's a lot of damage.
Gimme. What else we got?
Nothing there.
Here. Let's try again.
You can do the reloads.
Surely next time will be better.
Fire rate, crit chance.
Not too
Do
shabby.
one more reroll, and then... Okay, we might as well just do another reroll and see. Alright, nothing. Okay. So now we have our rerolls, so we probably have like 35, 40 stacks. How much do we have? 35 exactly. And then we'll rack up gold here, and we'll just sit on whatever gold we have. And that'll give us... So right now, 838 damage. Let's kind of see where we're at after we kind of gather up all this gold and clear through. And then we'll get one more item here, and we're going to be hoping for... I mean, the dream would be pickled nitra. That would be the dream. We could do energy bars. That would give us 81%. We could go then combobulator, which will give us... Actually, the incombobulator won't be that good, because that's based on overclocks, and we're only going to have 6 because we ignored the other 2 weapons, so that might actually not be the best pick. So I probably will re-roll if it does show up. It's not the worst item, but I think we will try to make a play to get pickled nitra or the energy bars. Something that gives us a little bit more substantial damage boost here. Alright, like I said, I think we're going to pass on that. There's that same one, which is a pass. Oh, man, come on. I'm throwing away all... Oh! Alright, we did throw away a little bit of nitra there, but we still get, man, 12... That's so much damage. So now we're at 1200 damage. Alright, we're gonna melt this guy. My gosh. Imagine if I died there by those fireballs. That was insane. Too bad I like fighting the bigger guy better because he can't like get that heal off. I like it better just being able to melt them. What an insane build. Oh my gosh. That's gotta be like one of the strongest builds in the game. That's why, okay, those two weapons just like prove right there S tier. We got a 91 legendary. Let's check that out. Damage wise, my goodness, the Warthog. Woo! I did not expect to see double the plasma carbine damage. Holy cow. 100 million damage. 50 million for the carbine. Ooh. That may, do I need to move the Warthog up more on my S tier list? Maybe. One reason why I like this weapon, but we didn't take it this time, is if you run like what we did there with the sawn off, but you put cold on it, it becomes one of the best freezing weapons in the game. It's so good. That's one of the reasons why I put this S tier, because it kind of can do a little bit of everything. But the damage output on this Warthog, my god. That's crazy for being a forward-facing weapon only too. That's really impressive. Item-wise, really good here. These were really good items. We got 3 scanners, pickaxe, then we got our nitra powder and pickled nitra. We got our diver's manual, which I'm a big fan of. We got our luck item. We got our huli bait. We got the 3 levels and XP gain. Pickaxe, gold tip bullets, pay to win. We ended up with 1,289% damage. Just absolutely melted that final boss. Yeah, that was great. What a great run. Let's go check out. I sometimes said let's see what we got here. Weapon range, status effect damage, reload speed, plasma, piercing when a loot bug is killed. Okay, that's not like horrible. You know, that's good for, you know, that's actually pretty well. I don't know, like the piercing doesn't really make sense. I'm just trying to think for an interrogator build. The range and status effect damage and reload is good. The piercing, not so much. This would mainly be used for like a minigun or something, where you get all that extra piercing and then maybe you turn it into like a fire minigun. So like a kinetic weapon that you change the status of it somehow. That's where that one's probably gonna come in. But yeah, cool. That was I don't know. That was a really, really great run. It really was. That was incredible. So that's going to be it, though. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy these videos, please like, subscribe, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.